everyone, welcome to another episode of Mysterious Monsters. In this week's episode we take a look at the Millrace Monster. Now, on November 1st, 1974, the Columbus Police Department received a series of panicked reports from no less than two sets of eyewitnesses, all of whom claimed to have seen and even been attacked by a huge bipedal green-skinned monstrosity that took the sculling near the waterways inside Indiana's 83-acre Millrace Park. These encounters would alarm locals and lead to what some consider to be the biggest monster hunt in the history of the United States. So right off the bat here with this monster, this is the biggest monster hunt that's ever been, put together. Now, dubbed Death Valley by residents during the 1950s, when the location was designed by rodents and severe flooding, the trees-shrouded Millrace Park is now known for its windy rivers. Now, two small lakes and the dense wooded areas designed for picnicking, families, outings, and private, parties, events, and stuff like that. But in the autumn of 1974, the picturesque park was notorious for something else, harbouring a violent, scaly green monster. Now, the first encounter involved four young women whose names, perhaps due to their age, were not released by police. As bored teens, obviously they want to get into trouble or just get up to mischief, or I want to do, the group decided to go hang out in Millrace Park, where they could converse free from adult supervision. And now you're going to hear the downfall of why that was a very stupid idea. Now, the first encounter involved four young women, which I already said. Now, approximately 3 p.m. on November 1st, 1974, one of the young women spotted the thing between two trees near the paved boat ramp that led into the east fork of the White River. Now, not far from where the Drifted and Flat Rock rivers merge, the terrified teens wasted no time in escaping the park and reporting the incident, almost certainly, skeptical. Now, law enforcement officials stating they have seen a green, hairy and large creature. Now, later on that same evening, a pair of women, having heard nothing about the teenagers' earlier sighting, decided to stop in Millrace Park to chat and eat the fast food they have picked up somewhere quiet. Now, there's no way either of them could have known that they were about to have a very traumatic face-to-face encounter with an unspeakable monster. Now, the only one of the pair to have ever come forward regarding the harrowing event was Tyra Cataline. She related details of the incident, which is in many ways similar to the first sighting of the Murfreesboro Mud Monster on the television programs Monsters and Mysteries in America in 2014. Now, for me to go in to the park at night, 3 p.m, is just asking for trouble. So for the four women who went there, it's just pretty stupid in their instance. Now, at that moment, a pleasant night between friends began to distort. Now, I'm going back to the two friends who stopped to eat food there. Now, this distorted into a scene straight out of a drive-in double feature. Cataline detailed when she first saw the nightmarish creature. Out from the woods comes this thing. It had to be at least 7 feet tall, if not taller. It was way taller than the normal man. Now, it was then that the situation went from bad to worse for the hysterical duo who were trapped inside the car, praying this monstrosity would leave them alone. Now, Cataline continued her nerve-wracking account. Now, through the battered and mucus-smeared windshield, Cataline finally managed to get a good look at the attacking monster's inhuman, appearance. Now, she describes as this: there was a greenish tinge to him. The thing's face, I don't know if it had been in the river drinking and it got moss on it because there was so much slime on its face. It did have fangs and he was trying to bite through the glass, and I was afraid he was going to tear the roof off. Nothing has ever scared me as much as that. Now finally, the driver of the car was able to compose herself enough to start the engine, and that pair made a very quick exit, leaving the toothy green slime-skinned fiend in their wake. Now, like the teenage girls who had seen the thing earlier in that day, the women who did not know the girls and who had not heard their story drove straight to the police station to report the monster. The police, according to Kathleen, were no more prone to believing these older eyewitnesses than they had been to the first group. The skeptical officers had believed that there was a genuine monster lurking in the Millrace Park, but there was no denying the damage done to the car or the horrific stench that surrounded it, according to Kathleen. Now, unenthusiastically, the police decided to fulfill their duty and check the park. They found nothing at the scene and perhaps thought the hullabaloo would die down with the earlier morning light. If that's what they did believe, however, they would have been wrong. Now, the tumult that would eventually infect their entire, populace of Columbus, to one degree or another, began simply enough on November 2nd, 1974, when the Republic newspaper printed out a short 4-paragraph about the sightings under a headline, "Monster. Women report seeing beast in Millrace Park." Now, on November 6th, 1974, the Republic printed, which is a paper, the second report encounter with the beast, and officially dubbed it the Millrace Monster. Now, this is what the report reads. The Millrace Monster had returned, apparently stepping out of the shadows Tuesday long enough to scare 2 parkgoers. County police reported 2 men in their 20s saw a large hairy thing hiding in the trees near the covered bridge. About 4 p.m. and shortly before midnight, the men who did not give their names said, after seeing the monster Tuesday afternoon, they returned with binoculars that evening to get a better look. They told police that the monster was found and eventually chased them from the park. Now, on November 9th, 1974, the Indianapolis Star chimed in on the Millrace Monster phenomenon, which is obviously another newspaper, and included a 3rd report of the creature. This time, the beast was seen by Perth city workers, dog catchers to be specific, 20-year-old Rick Duckworth and 19-year-old John Brown, who were studying ways to rescue cats in the trees of the park. The pair claimed that they had spied the monster from about 200 feet away. That was when the, intrepid Duckworth attempted to pursue it, according to the Indianapolis Star. Wow, so that is a hell of a lot of reporting there. To me, the monster is pretty damn horrifically scary, and I don't think I'll be going to Millrace Park anytime soon with a green slimer knocking around. But to me, it seems pretty strong and pretty violent towards humans. So I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the creature from the Black Lagoon or the Blue Lagoon. But yeah, it's definitely one not to be trifled with, and I'd say it's definitely one of the more colourful monsters that I've done. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Please stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching. Thank you very much.